One hell of a move by Hook, man.
Yeah, but it looks like Hook's back. Something's wrong with his back.
Yeah, to hoist an athlete like Powerhouse Hobbs up like that, Hook may have pulled something. I'm not sure what happened, but either way, it has now brought Eddie Kingston into match and Samoa Joe on the opposite side of the ring. And Joe battering Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, especially after those backbreakers from Powerhouse Hobbs. Super effective. I'm interested to see what Eddie Kingston can do against Samoa Joe. Eddie Kingston hasn't been back for very long. This is going to be a great test to see where Eddie Kingston is at.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston dealing with the broken leg, 15 months on the shelf, only returning to action earlier this late summer. But right now, as we see Dr. Michael Sampson, ringside physician, attending to Hook. And the thing about those lower back injuries, Brian, it's not immediately apparent what is going on. It's not like a broken bone or a torn ligament where a doctor can feel it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough injury, and sometimes it can affect the strength in your legs. Oh, great chop by Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston gets so much power behind those chops.
Shibata.
I think Kingston loves this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he didn't right there.
Yeah, you wonder if the timeout, your chest gets kind of callous when you're used to getting into so many chop battles like Eddie Kingston has his entire career. You take all that time. Oh my gosh!
It is not often you see Katsuyori Shibata take shortcuts like that.
That has shocked me.
Yeah, that was very uncharacteristic of Shibata.
But, Brian, I think it just goes to show that the Opps, all three of the members, are on the same page, fighting with a similar strategy.
Yeah, same purpose, I get it. I don't agree with it, especially Shibata.
Raking the soles of his boots across the eyes of Eddie Kingston, and Kingston still trying to get his breath back after being kicked quite low.
Kicked low and hard. Joe with those tremendous jabs.
Guys, Hook is still down. Still down.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on TBS and HBO MAX. I'm Excalibur, joined by Tony Schiavone, Brian Danielson. Our main event for the AEW World Trios Championships, the Opps, Hangman Adam Page, and Hook Eddie Kingston challenging the Opps for the titles. Katsuyori Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe looking to defend the titles. This match, it was supposed to be a non-title match, Tony, but it seemed like Hook, who is currently injured on the floor, it seemed like Hook was able to goad Samoa Joe into putting the titles on the line.
That's what he wanted to do, very successful about it. Samoa Joe was irate. Right now, Hook, as you said, still down on the floor, and look at these two men eye each other. We will go at it one-on-one at Full Gear, presented by DC.
Brian, we've had a series of advantage battles here tonight, but this is a true battle of advantage for the Opps. Essentially 3-on-2 for the last few minutes as Hook has been neutralized effectively on the floor.
Yeah, and you've seen it with the Opps, the way that every time Eddie Kingston has tried to make a comeback, they've been able to tag out, isolate him in the corner. Just great trios wrestling from the Opps, our trios champions.
But Kingston up to his feet, elbows to the midsection, trying to break the grip on that nerve hold by Samoa Joe, the man who could become two-time AEW World Champion.
And Eddie Kingston needs to make the tag here. He was able to move out of the way.
It will be Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page, Saturday, November 22nd. Full Gear, presented by DC, live from the Prudential Center, The Rock in Newark, New Jersey.
First one making the tag is Samoa Joe.
But Joe makes the tag, but so does Eddie Kingston. Hangman Adam Page, he's into this match, he's fresh, he's wrestling with purpose, and he's wrestling against numerical disadvantage.
It's easy to say when he's the world champion. Whoa! Right now, Hangman.
Powerhouse Hobbs. Unreal strength from Hobbs. But a nice slip there by Hangman Adam Page. Hobbs face first into the ring post.
Here we go. Smart move by Hobbs. Well, maybe not.
Hangman changes his footing. Hits the moonsault into the ring. Dude! Oh! We were half a heartbeat away from crowning new trios champions.
Yeah, great ring awareness by our AEW World Men's Champion. He was going for that moonsault on the floor and was able to adjust when Hobbs went into the ring.
That's why I say he's wrestling his best ever right now. No doubt.
Rolling elbow strike into the jaw of Powerhouse Hobbs, but Hobbs turns things around. Blind tag. Eddie Kingston makes it. Hangman threw himself out to the floor at Katsuyori Shibata, and in comes Kingston. But there is Samoa Joe, the difference maker for the champions.
This has been 2-on-3 for most of the match because of the injury to Hook.
But you
And
can
here
see
he is.
Hook still clutching that lower back, trying to hoist up Katsuyori Shibata in that T-bone, but Shibata, the leg trip. Hangman the boot into the jaw of Shibata.
Here we go. He's got him lined up, I do believe. Oh,
Could be an Hurricane buckshot lariat combination, but Hobbs at least taking one half of that equation out of play. Oh, Kingston threw himself through the ropes. Hobbs caught him, as did Shibata with the German suplex, and now there's a shoulder tackle, driving Hangman further up the ramp. Powerhouse Hobbs.
Shit my ass!
well, this thing has broken down to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, and with Hook's back, Hangman needs to get closer to the ring. Eddie Kingston's gonna need some help.
You are right.
Hangman once again, the rolling elbow strike into that very, very formidable jaw of Hangman, or excuse me, of Powerhouse Hobbs. But Hobbs intercepts the third one. Oh, no.
Oh, God!
Powerhouse Hobbs just drove Hangman Adam Page from the stage, through the table, onto the floor.
And Eddie Kingston now. Oh, look at this.
If Eddie Kingston was at a 3-on-2 disadvantage before, it is now effectively 3-on-1.
He's being double teamed, as you can see in the ring. Can Eddie survive this?
But there is nobody with more heart than Eddie Kingston. He's able to move out of the way.
How about that?
Kingston slips free. Exploder on Shibata.
Shibata's smart move. Roll out of the ring. Watch out behind you.
But Hobbs just bull rushes Kingston to the corner. And Hook pulling himself into this match, injured back and all. This is a gutsy move. And now Hook looking for Red Room on Hobbs.
Yeah, big arms to the chest to get that on.
But Hobbs, he's got Hook up, and he's now the backbreaker.
Oh, God. Oh, that's it.
The backbreaker is in, and Hook taps out. The Opps retain.
Area winners and still AEW World Trios Champions, the Opps.
Hook tapping out. I mean, understandably so, Ryan, when already an pre-existing lower back injury, and then the backbreaker from Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row. Folks had to tap out. I feel so bad for him. I mean, he's writhing in pain right now with his back.
But as is our AEW Men's World Champion, Hangman Adam Page, being attended to.
And look at this. We've been told falls count anywhere. Next week, Hangman Powerhouse.